welcome to another episode of A Salt and Buttery with Intent to Satisfy. Today we are going to do a dish that's a little bit different. It's done with mussels, which is a shellfish. Okay. Now, one of the things about shellfish is it's normally harvested, it's normally considered safest during the slightly cooler months. According to the old superstition, it's a month with an R in it is when it's safe, because otherwise then they're in their breeding season, and you can also get some various other things because of the warmer weather that makes it a little bit not as safe. Okay, so here we have some very nice mussels. Now, a couple of things we have to do with them is we actually have to sort them and take a look at them. So I'm going to use some gloves because otherwise we end up getting the really fishy smell in my hands, and that is not necessarily what I want. Okay, let's adjust here a little bit so we have a better view. Okay, great. Now, what I'm doing is I'm looking for some closed shells, okay? If they're not closed, you want to tap them, okay, to get them to close, okay? Because if they're gaping open, that means they're probably having a problem. Okay. Also, go ahead and smell them, okay? If they smell horrible, then it's not good. Now, what we want to do is we want to look for things like this. This is what's called a beard. Okay, you actually want to remove that. You can remove it by pulling it, okay, or you can remove it with a sharp knife, okay, either way. So we're actually going to go through it and we're going to sort all of these and take a look at them. Okay. Oh, we have another one with a beard. And it's also, if you happen to see one with a barnacle attached to it, you're going to want to cut that off. Okay. Or scrape that off. You're going to want to get that off of there. So. Looking good. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good batch. Okay, and luckily for me, they already scraped off the barnacles. So this saved me some work. See, this used to be barnacles, but they scraped them off already. So I really appreciate that. Saves me some work. Now, traditionally, this is done with about 24 mussels, but I'm not sure exactly how many I have here. I got them in a bag. Okay, it's not like I went to the fish market and picked them out myself, but I do have a pretty good market that I can go to that does a pretty good job of getting some decent quality stuff. So I'm not complaining too much. I have complained on occasion. Okay, now this one I don't think is salvageable. Okay, see how it's gaping open. It's obviously not in good shape. It did not handle transport well. Give me that. Yeah, pull that off. So yeah, you want to debeard and scrape off any barnacles. Okay, anything that's gaping open, okay, or open, you want to tap, firm tap like that to try to force it to close. Okay, if it closes, then it's still good. If it doesn't, then that means it is not in that great a shape, and we don't want to do that. So, oh, here we have one. Okay, let's see if we can do that trick. Oh, guess what? It was a little slow, but it closed. Okay, cool. Now, shellfish, like mussels and clams and things like that, are something that when you get them from the store, you have to use them really quickly. Okay, this one's a goner. Okay. You can't leave them sitting in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days until you can get around to it. Oh, that one closed up nicely. Okay, awesome. So you have to use them if you can, preferably the same day, if not at least by like the next day, which is what I'm doing. Now, at this point, now that I have these sorted, nicely sorted, I'm going to add some white wine. Now, if you happen to be in a household where you cannot use white wine for some reason, if you can avoid it, don't use the cooking wine. If you have to use cooking wine, okay, you're going to want to be careful with the added salt that you put into this. Now, we're adding some chunked up onion, about half an onion cut into quarters, some black pepper. Okay, now we're going to cover this with we're going to add just a little bit more water. So hold on just a second. So adding just a little bit more water. Okay. Okay, just a little bit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring them over here. We're going to turn on the heat and we're going to take this up because we want that heat. We want to get that heat going. Get these flavors simmering in here. Okay. And we're going to put a lid on this and cook it really short time. This doesn't have to cook long at all. This only cooks for about about 2 minutes. Okay, but we need to get the heat going because what we want this to do is we want with the heat, we want it to force the shells open. Okay, I know it seems kind of silly making sure they're all closed before we cook them since we're going to try to force them to open, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're actually doing a relatively high heat to get this because we want it to boil, and it only like I said, it only takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, once it gets going, we're going to shake it really good, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, as you can see, we have the liquid boiling. So now it's only about 2 minutes from the point when the liquid is boiling. Okay, and give it a really good shake. Cover it up, keep that heat in there. That'll force the maximum number of them to open. And 2 minutes, we're almost done. Okay, these are now ready to pull out and serve up. Now, as you can see, most of these have opened up really nicely. Any that have not opened, don't eat. That means something's wrong with them. Okay, you don't want to go eating ones that have not opened. Okay, just toss them. Okay, but as you can see, I have a lot of really nicely opened ones. We pull them out. Now, the reason I made the corn and things like that is to serve this. What you do is you pull one out. Okay. Take off one of the shells. Okay. Then we take a little bit of the corn that we made. Okay. Just a little bit, because these aren't that big, so we don't need a whole lot. Okay. Then a little tiny bit of the salsa that we made. Okay. Once again, don't need a lot, just a little tiny one. And if you want to, some people will actually top it also with a radish slice. Okay. That is an option that you can do too. See? Now, here we have the mussel, we have the corn, we have some of the salsa. And that is some good stuff. So, another episode of A Salt and Buttery with intent to satisfy. Once again, let me know what you think. Hope you like this. Make adjustments to suit your taste, okay? If you like everything spicier, add more chilies to it, okay? If you like it really spicy, take a nice spicy chili and don't pull the seeds out. That'll do it. You can adjust things so that it's to your taste. Like I said, the corn tends to be a little bit on the sweet side, but that paired with the salsa has a really good balancing effect. And this goes awesome on the mussels. So go ahead, enjoy. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Thank you.